Okay, well, I've gone down this rabbit hole and I've found this wonderful pseudomorph geospatial tutorial series by Kevin Costello for some of the work that he's done in the US. And it's just a really good series. You got to watch all 6 of these, as I have now. And I want to start playing with these techniques, but I don't have these tools. And he says that's the most difficult part of it for getting LIDAR. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get the stuff that he recommends. So when I get up to the plugins, I'm going to look for LIDAR, and there is WhiteboxTools, Advanced Geospatial Package, Remote Sensing, DEM Analysis. Does not include the binary itself. You'll need to download and install them on the user manual. After installing the plugin, you may not see any plugin tools because you'll have yet to tell the plugin where you can find the whiteback binary tools. After download and decompressing, start by going to settings. Okay, so you got to get Whitebox Tools. He also has, and let's go look at this, Open LIDAR Toolbox.
Now I need a pee.
Okay. So I'm going to install it, and then I'll come back and worry about getting the binaries that it depends on in. Now I'm going to look and see. I should get Open LIDAR Toolbox. Where does that come from? Open. Ooh. Open LIDAR. There it is, Open LIDAR Toolbox. It is a plugin for one-step processing of airborne LIDAR data from point cloud to LIDAR visualizations. The required input is an unclassified point cloud in LAZLS form of the tool. Returns outputs needed for interpretive mapping of archaeological features. Okay. Well, we'll install that one. Plugin dependencies. Install relief visualization toolbox of LA Stools. Okay, I'll do that. All right. LA Stools is coming in, and then turn it on. Okay. So I have that as a plugin. He shows up down here underneath his processing toolbox, which is interesting. When I look at mine, it should be there. Yes, there's the Open LIDAR toolbox. And as for the one Whitebox Tools, there's still dependencies that have to be put in there. So great for archaeological work. What else do we need to get that he suggests? LAS tools. So LAS tools. Now, did we have that? Because yes, we do have LAS tools. I guess it brought it in itself, which is good. That's what happened when we brought in the Open LIDAR toolbox. That was brought in. Lat-Long tools, relief visualization toolbox, terrain staging. I guess I should just basically, I like this guy, so I should have what he has. I don't think lat-long tools are really relevant to this, but worth having. If he got it, I'm gonna get it. Maybe that's better than using the tool I was using, the formula for doing lat-long. New lat-long tools. Okay, so what does lat-long tool do? Probably gives you the lat. Capture and zoom to coordinates. Easy to capture, zoom to coordinates, interact with our own lat-long tools, add standard UTM plus Google coordinates specified in the order of latitude, longitude. Use the standard Google. It's very flexible and can use any projection. All right, use a list of points for rapid zooming created from a file. Launch and display an external map based on the coordinate clicked on. OpenStreetMap, Google Bing, Google Earth. Huh. Well, he liked it. I'm gonna get it. I trust him. I really trust him. All right. He's got then relief visualization toolbox. Relief visualization toolbox. Relief visualization tool. It looks like I already have it. That one I had. Visualizing raster elevation and data sets. So I had that and it's on. Okay, what else do he got? He got terrain shading. Do I got terrain shading? Let's see if I got terrain shading. Terrain zones. Terrain shade. Oh, maybe. If there it is. It just doesn't show up there. There it is. Shading algorithms. That'd be fun. And got that. And then he has WhiteboxTools. He also has KML tools. That's for usually for Google SketchUp kind of stuff. KML tools. I have GDAL. I'm gonna get what he got. I'm just gonna spend this time right now loading up. It's got nothing to do with the exercise there, but it's nice to see what other people have. KML tools. Past KMZ folder, hundreds of layers, very slow. The plugin only creates one print layer. Well, we'll just get it. Since we're dealing with 3D data. What's Earth Daily? Landsat. Little capabilities. That could be cool. This is for remote sensing. I think I want that. I think I want it. I want it. I want it. You can get like, it's like going shopping for Christmas. I mean, so many cool stuff you have. Korean, we don't need Korean. Geo Flight Planner. QVeg. Queensland's Vegetation. Save All. All saves all temporary layers as permanent layers automatically. Oh, I like that. And then what's the Chinese there? Okay. It's for creating stuff from CSV files. That's pretty cool, but I won't get to there yet. I'm going to save all to have that. It's going to be very helpful for me. And now what we have... I think we have everything that he has now. If we look over and see what Kevin has, is GDAL and grass, and the rest are the same. And I've got GDAL. Oh, I don't have grass. Normally, I have had grass in the past. Let me go get grass. Another free free software for GIS is grass. Grass GIS processing power. I have it. I just don't have it turned on because there's a deprecated plugin that I have. This one here is what I had. This one here seems to be the new one. And it is installed. This one here is deprecated. Okay. Then that should show up now. Yeah, grass shows up there if we need it, because there might be some tutorials to do. So I've got a pretty good thing there. Untitled project. This will be called my LIDAR project. Right. Now that I have this, I've got to get those dependencies for open LIDAR toolboxes. Doesn't show up. Why? Oh, it's still there. The WhiteboxTools. So WhiteboxTools, it tells us that we need to get for it. There's WhiteboxTools. Well, there's another workflow too. Access to whitebox workflows, geospatial, and this. Yeah. a powerhouse. Well, he doesn't have that, so okay. So it says it's not include the WT. Before using the tools, you can download and install them from. Instructions about how to install can be found here. And there's a video there, so we can go to here.
Mommy, I want to tell you something. Can I try the pizza? Can you bring it?
Watch this short video.
Piece of pizza here so I can
All right.
try
So I'm
Actual
gonna watch
YouTube
this.
channel. Today I'll be writing.
And I'm not going to record myself watching this. Okay, so I'm supposed to download WhiteboxTools for Windows from Whitebox Geospatial. And once I do that, then there's a README. And it says, copy the WT folder in its entire contents and location in your system. Configure Whitebox front end, whether it's QGIS, ArcGIS plugin, or the Python package to point to this WT folder location. To access the functionality without the need for a third-party front end, launch the Runner app. Okay, so we're just going to copy the folder into any location. And for me, that would be I'll copy the folder from downloads, and I will go to GIS for Climate tutorial, and I will go and make a new folder for Whitebox. Whitebox Geospatial, and pop that in there. And I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, I think I know what to do now. I'm going to go into processing. No, not processing. Hold on now. Project, properties, and then go to, is it data sources? No. View settings? No. It is, might be data sources. One moment. Okay, actually things have changed in the latest version. So I was watching this tutorial on how to configure Whitebox plugin. It is no longer valid. Where you want to go is not project because the options isn't there anymore. It's settings options. So you go to settings options, you can go to processing and then go to providers and then go to WhiteboxTools, and then the executable is this here, and you can get rid of that and go and find it in Whitebox Geospatial, and I have to tell it WhiteboxTools coming in from there, the application, I do believe. So that should do it. Wrong value. LA Stools does not exist. Okay. LA Stools is there, but it's not under C drive LA Stools. And LA Stools folder is not there. So we have to figure out where LA Stools went. So I'll pause here. So I don't know what that not finding LAS tools is, but we're supposed to be able to do a geomorphic analysis on one of these DEMs, for example. And so if I do the slope tool, this is what the guy uses in his own tutorial. C conversion we don't need, and save it to a temporary file. Let's just see if it runs. And it was not correctly generated. System can't find the file specified. All right, let's try it again with by going to wherever the file actually is. And we have a HAF project dem, Atlas Mountains dem. Let's try this one here, and let's try that. Same problem. Well, something's not working right. I don't know why. Let's see. Well, let the troubleshooting begin. So I'm going to try to save this out, export it as a TIFF, if that makes any difference at all. And I'll call this in the same thing. I'll call this HAF project. I'll put it in the white box thing so I know where to find it, and call it HAF project area DEM 30 meters as a TIFF. Save that out. It adds it to it. Oops, I don't want to be in that tool. Get out of that tool. Why am I in that tool? Because maybe an SStat doesn't work. Maybe it needs a TIFF for all we know. So now I'll go to slope again, and I'll try to select it as this dim. Instead, try it as a... Ah, that was the problem. Look at that. Okay, that's fair. And then we have the slopes, which are in data that, as I recall from ArcGIS, high slope and low slope. This is interesting information. So when you do a slope color, what happens here? Let's supposing we go to hillshade. Well, what does hillshade do with a slope? Yeah, hillshade doesn't do anything nice with a slope. What if we do a single band pseudo color, and we go for, it used to be like something that gave you presets, yeah, like, but for, I don't know, Civitas. So something like this is telling you that the highest slope is yellow and the lowest, and that's not what we really want. The most dangerous slope would be the opposite. So you could either do an invert and apply it, and then you see that the most dangerous slopes are there. And to check if that's true, that the most dangerous, no, it's still, oh, wait a minute. See, I don't like this at all. What I really think this should do is, instead of being inverted, because it gets confusing, what I think we need to do is flip it around so that, so that the bottom color is the lightest color, and then the darkest color is the top of that. But then we get all this crap in between that I don't want. And so, classify, label precision. It's got all these different values in there. And I want, okay, thank you. So I can delete all of this. Yeah, I'll be right with you. Okay, thank you, will do. I'm going to delete all of this and all of this. There we go. And then when I say OK and I apply that, what are we saying? We're saying, oh, we're still saying that the highest slope, it's still backwards. Oh, yes, I should have switched that. This should be, I thought I did that. This should be yellow. And this, the highest slope, should be the darkest. And then when we apply it, we see darkest slopes. And then it's flat. And that is much more in line with what it should look like, particularly when you go to, you look at the output file. So when we use the DEM, and we put that in there, and we exaggerate Z, well, I thought that we were going to get some information with that, but let's try it with the 3D views here. And set this to the DEM and make that the DEM. Change the vertical scale to 5. There we go. So as you can see, the yellow is the flattest part and the darkest slopes are represented by the darkest colors. So that is, yeah, that shows that the tool is working, and we'll come back and take a look at how we can use LIDAR data with this now that we know the tool is working. All right, ciao.